Hey Archit, um, is my background okay, or do you think I should change it? You're on mute, actually.
Yeah, you can blur it if you want, or else it's fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Let me blur it out.
Yeah,
Okay, any better now?
yeah,
All right, perfect. So today we are not expecting, I mean, it's being recorded. Let me pause the recording.
should be.
Yeah, we waiting on Michelle, but we can start. Um,
Okay,
all right, so hey guys, my name is Prajit Shah. I am the operations manager here with ElevateMe. Thank you everyone for joining today. We really appreciate you. I know it's a long weekend and 4th of July weekend for you guys, so you guys must be busy or traveling somewhere. And um, heads off to Archit also. He was actually on his way to Chicago, but he found a library in middle somewhere and he stopped there just for you guys to start taking come on this call and explain you more about him. So let him do the introduction. So Archit, you want to introduce yourself?
sure, definitely. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, it's nice meeting you guys. Yeah, I'm a technical mentor at ElevateMe. I have a total work experience of around 7 years in the field of data analytics. Uh, as you people, I came to the US in 2013 as an international student, and I graduated from UT Dallas. And professionally, like I've worked with different companies as a data analyst, as a data scientist, and I've worked at different stages of the data science life cycle pipeline. And I've analyzed business and data requirements. I've created machine learning models, worked with cross functional teams. So yeah, I've also been a mentor with tech companies like Udacity and Springboard. So yeah, I've been their mentor for data analytics and data science programs. So yeah, that was a brief intro about me.
Thank you so much, Archit, for introducing yourself. All right, guys. So we will straight jump into our webinar today. We have so
Mhm.
many questions for you, Archit. So we would try to cover
Sure,
as many as we can. And
sure.
so let's start. Archit, the first question would be, why did you join Elevate Me? Like, what inspired you?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. So like when I came to know about Elevate Me, that it's a boot camp that is specifically focused on international students, right away it resonated with me because I myself was an international student at one point of time. I came to the US in 2013, and I know like what could be the daily struggles of an international student and what they kind of have to go through to make their American dream come true in this country. So yeah, like when I came to know that I'll be the technical mentor for this program, and yeah, it like I would be able to bring a positive impact and help these international students. So I was totally on board and excited at the offering, and it was like a no-brainer, and I had to be a part of Elevate Me. So yeah.
All right, perfect. Thanks. Very inspiring, Archit.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question from my side is, what were you doing before this? Can you highlight that for our students?
Sure, yeah. Before joining Elevate Me, I was working as a professor at Georgian College. This is back in Canada, and there I was teaching the courses of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and business decision making, neural networks. And I was responsible for building and organizing the lectures, creating overall course materials, projects, assignments, exams, all the relevant materials for the course. And yeah, I was also a mentor at Springboard, and I was helping the students navigate their technical difficulties which they were facing in their curriculum. I used to have bi-weekly meetings with the candidates. Yeah, I used to hold office hours every week. So yeah, this was what I was doing before Elevate Me.
Great, great, great.
Yeah.
So this is what very similar, or how was it different from the boot camp, that college teaching?
Yeah, college teaching, like it's more of like you don't give individual attention to students, right? So in college teaching, it's like you have like 50-60 students, and you cannot devote personal time to them. So yeah, it's more of a group setting where you just kind of deliver the lectures. And if like, of course, students do have access to you. So there used to be like weekly office hours, uh, that used to be for like 1 hour per course. And yeah, if students have any doubts, they can ask that, or they could get hold of me through email. But with this bootcamp kind of a setting, like you have more one-on-one time with the mentor. So if you're having some challenges that you want the mentor to have some personal attention given to, so you can do that. There are some students who are kind of not good at sharing their ideas or difficulties in front of others. So they can use that one-on-one time to help ask those questions. So yeah, that's what I feel was different. Yeah. And like in a college setting, what happens is that like you can't share much of your real world experience over there. It's more of theoretical knowledge. But with the boot camp setting, you're more focusing on the practical aspects of getting the job, developing the candidates with the real world skills that you need. So yeah, that's the major difference.
Wow, that's very well put, Archit. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Archit, what interested you in data analytics and machine learning?
Yeah, so initially, like when I had come to US, my bachelor's was in electrical engineering, and I did my master's in telecommunication engineering. So it's a cross between computer science and electrical engineering.
Mhm.
But like after graduation, I realized that the jobs and the market was moving towards data analytics and ML. So I myself, like after graduation, got a job as a data analyst and not into the telecommunication field. For that, like you also need some kind of security clearance for most of the jobs. So as an international student, it was difficult getting a job in the telecommunication sector. So yeah, then like I did my second master's in computer science because I thought that like if the industry is moving towards machine learning and AI, I should have those kind of skills under my belt. So yeah, when I took the subjects of data mining, machine learning, AI in my second master's, yeah, they like I had a lot of interest in those courses. The projects that were there, it generated a lot of interest for me. The practicality of things, it made sense to me. So yeah, that's what got me interested into this field. Yeah.
Got it. And you said second master's. So, where did you study your second master's from?
Yeah, so it was from Wright State University. Yeah, it's in Dayton, Ohio. Yeah.
Dayton, Ohio, very close
Yeah.
to where we are located.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, you were meant to come back to Ohio, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, Archit, we have seen like in past, often students, students who graduated from uh, doing two masters, right? And you have vast
Yeah.
experience and knowledge of
Yeah.
data analytics. So why didn't you go directly for a job? Why did you jump into teaching? Like, what inspired you in that?
No, so like teaching has been like it was always like kind of it fall into my lap. So like when I completed my second master's, a job opportunity from Udacity, it came into my LinkedIn account, and I got an opportunity to become a mentor. But that doesn't mean that like I didn't get industry experience. I knew that like I needed to have industry and experience under my belt. So yeah, I was working with Clarity Insights at that time. It's a company located in Chicago. And yeah, so I gained experience over there. And on the part time, I was doing this mentorship kind of a role with the Udacity. So yeah, and then like after you doing Udacity, I joined Springboard in 2021. And yeah, then like just one thing led to another, and I got some good teaching opportunities in Toronto. with Georgian College and York University. So yeah, I like whatever I was teaching in the industry, I was sharing the real world insights with my mentees, and it was kind of a natural transition where like I wanted to share my experience with the candidates and help them succeed, because like from being an international student, I knew that like uh, you need to be job ready and you need to have certain kind of skills. So yeah, I wanted to help students navigate those difficulties. Yeah, so that's why I naturally like teaching was yeah, it came just naturally to me.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
So it was both, right? It was kind of meant like you wanted to be, and it directly fell for you. So
yeah. One thing led to another. Yeah, things just kind of kept happening. Yeah,
makes sense. Makes sense. All
yeah.
right. So let's move on to our next question. That is, why do you think any student should have a mentor? Like, what would change in their life?
Yeah, I think it's important to have a mentor because a mentor can guide you through tough times, especially like in the technical field when you have technical complexities on a project on or on the curriculum or like on some concepts. So the mentor can help you navigate those. Uh, a mentor can help share his real world experiences, and that can be very beneficial to navigate the job market because yeah, if you like kind of don't have a mentor, so you're kind of moving in the dark. You have no one to speak to, and you're doing everything by yourself, but like you're kind of in your own bubble. You don't know like whether you're on the right path or not, and someone who's already followed that path, who has been successful on that path, if he can be a guide to you, then there's nothing better than that. So yeah, other if you don't have a mentor, you'd be like, if you're facing some technical challenges or something, you'd be wasting a lot of time on Google, and even then like you don't know whether you'll get the solution to your queries or not. So yeah, it's very important to have a mentor.
Hmm. And I believe even every big celebrity we have seen, they are bigger than their mentor, but still they always have their mentor in their heart, and they keep saying that I would
Sure.
never be successful, right? If it wasn't for my mentor.
Yeah, definitely you need that kind of guiding force, someone you can take advice from. Yeah, you need that person.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with you. Richard, I
Yeah.
have like seen so many athletes always saying that, hey, I thank my coach or my mentor to bring me here. And
Mm.
the funny part is we would have never even heard the name of their mentor or their coach unless it comes out from their mouth. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Sometimes the students, they are more most of the times actually they are more successful than their mentors, and that's fine. Like as a mentor, all you want from your mentee is that like he succeeds in life and he's on a well settled position, so he's more successful than himself. So yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, that's what you hope for.
definitely. And that's why we are here,
Yeah,
right? Live with me.
definitely. Yeah.
Uh, so this is a question very similar to what I already asked. But
Okay.
what short-term changes you have seen in a student? Like I know it's not overnight, but like within
Yeah.
4 months, 5 months of them starting to look for a job for them,
Mm,
and that's a very
mm,
crucial time, right? Because they need to work on their visa, they need to
yeah.
find a job, and they need to start paying off the student loans, and everything comes together, right? Once they graduate. So, what
Yeah.
changes you have seen in this short time, like
Uh,
for a
yeah,
mentor?
so I think like whenever a student enters a boot camp, kind of they are quite novice in their skills. They are kind of rough around the edges, so to say. They are not polished enough. But like with a mentor's help and with mentorship and going through like a rigorous curriculum like ours, working on the live projects and stuff. So like, students they get job ready basically, and they become marketable. They grow in confidence a lot. That's a very key factor, I think. Growing in confidence because they know all the right things to say in the interview. They've become quite polished uh, after working with the mentor for such a long time. So yeah, I think you can. easily see these kind of changes in a person. Like they are more confident and they are ready to get the job.
Makes sense. So
Yeah.
this question is out of blue. I need to ask this. So let's say if
Hmm.
I am a student, okay, and Archit, you are my mentor. In data analytics, let's say I know all the, like, let's say I know SQL, I know a little bit of Python, but let's say I
Hmm.
don't know any Tableau or any other
Okay.
technology that I need to work on. So
Yeah.
what would you recommend me as a student? Like if I am not aware about one technology and I know a couple of technologies very well. So how can you
Yeah.
help me navigate through that?
Sure, yeah. So in that kind of a scenario, for a data analyst role, you need to have like 4 to 5 basic skills under your belt. So either you know Python or you know R. You need to be proficient in one of those. Under Python, like you need to be proficient with the different libraries. NumPy, Pandas, they are for data manipulation. Matplotlib, Seaborn, they are for visualization. SQL, like it's for data processing, analyzing the data, getting the data in order. So yeah, and Tableau, as you mentioned, it's for visualization. You also need to have statistics under your belt so that like you can verify the results, like whether you are on the right track or not. So these are the 4 5 skills that you need to, that are a must have to become a data analyst. And if you are not having one or two of those skills, that's fine. That's why we are here for, and we can take care of that. So under our course, like we'll be covering each of these skills, and we'll be helping you through projects, real world experience, and making you proficient in these skills. So if you aren't familiar with Tableau that much, by the end of the course, you'll see that like you'll be doing your visualizations and presentation in Tableau. So you'll become quite proficient at it, and you'll be able to showcase your projects that you've done in Tableau. So yeah, that's how I can help. And yeah, of course, like you'll have one-on-one access to me also. So if you have any queries regarding that, regarding Tableau in particular, or like any challenges you're facing in making the dashboard or story or something like that, then we can definitely navigate it together. So yeah.
Makes sense, definitely. So there was my upcoming question, like,
Mm,
how do you like, how do you see, let's say I join the Elevate Me, right? How do
okay.
you visualize, like, what would my interaction with you be like? Like, what would you suggest me? Would there be one-on-one? Can you
Hmm.
just highlight a little bit on that?
Sure. Yeah. So like in our program, like we'll be interacting on a daily basis. So when we are working on the live project, we'll be having our daily stand-up meetings. The batch would be divided into groups of like 4 or 5 students, and each person would be distributed some of the tasks to complete. And yeah, so you will have access to me in those meetings. You will be able to reach out to me through emails. We'll be having weekly office hours. We'll be having one-on-one calls regularly. So yeah, all these are ways that you can get hold of me. And if you are facing any difficulty or any challenges in the live project or on a conceptual basis, then yeah, I'm definitely there to help you out with those.
Definitely, that is very useful,
Yeah.
Arshit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
before
it's
coming to
it's quite,
sorry.
yeah, sorry, yeah, it's quite important that students have like 3 4 different kind of settings where they can reach me, because like in a group setting, if some students they are not comfortable, they can ask questions in a one-on-one setting. If they don't want to speak up, they can even write to me through email. So yeah, I'm accessible through different kind of means. So yeah, just make the best use of me.
Hmm, well,
Yeah.
that is very nice of you to say that. Thank you.
Hmm.
Right. So I jumped my guns and I went all the way to Elevate Me. So before going there, I have a couple of questions regarding
Sure.
job search for international students. What do you
Okay.
think is the biggest challenge international students are facing currently to find their job?
I think like one of the biggest challenges students they are facing is that like they are not technically strong, or like they are able to get interviews but they are not able to crack the interviews. Sometimes it also happens that in US, like you need to getting a job through reference is quite easy, but like some of the students they lack a good network which can refer them, and there are cultural differences which students are not aware of. There are time constraints which the students face because like they might be doing part-time jobs and they have to manage their studies and manage their applications and all of that stuff. There may be many more challenges. So, and some of these issues they might not be familiar to students, or also even if students are aware of these challenges, students don't know how to navigate them. So that is why they are finding difficulties in facing in getting the job. So yeah, like this is the major challenge, and what we can do in Elevate Me is that like take care of all of these things, so we can train them technically. We have a career services team which will take care of their soft skills and get them market ready. So yeah, it's like a complete package. It's like an end-to-end solution solely focused on international students and the challenges that they face. So yeah, uh, this is what I feel.
Makes sense. Yeah, very well
Yeah,
said, Archel.
yeah,
So, in this, I have seen in international students, right?
mm-hmm,
Me being one international student back in my days, also, I have seen everyone around me, like maybe 99% people, I would say,
mm-hmm,
um, end up finding a consultancy like somewhere.
mm-hmm,
They see their friends joining consultancy, their seniors have joined consultancies,
yeah,
and I have seen that people would just ask the seniors or their friends, and they would say that, hey, just join any consultancy. They would take care
yeah,
of your visa, and they would add some resume and just market you when the company sees that you have some experience, which they definitely do not have. But in their
mm-hmm,
mind, it's very obvious that it's normal practice, right? So
yeah,
they follow that practice and then end up joining consultancy. Some of them even end up finding a job. It's a contract job,
mm-hmm,
but still they end up
yeah,
finding a job. So
yeah,
what do you suggest as an international student yourself? Like what do you suggest? Like I and nothing against students, right? Because
yeah,
at that time they have that's the best option they have for them, right? So they
sure.
have no other option to do. But so what do you suggest them?
Yeah, so like personally, like when I was an international student, so yeah, consultancies were a big no-no for me. Yeah, I just wanted to work for like real companies and not be hired on a contract job or like work for consultancies. And I didn't want to get into the whole system of like creating fake resumes and adding years worth of experience under my belt, which I don't know anything about, and marketing myself like that. So yeah, what I would suggest students is to be true to themselves, like work on the soft skills first, be technically prepared, so that like you can crack the interviews. Even if like sometimes what happens is students they know uh, they have technical knowledge, but they are not able to convey it properly. So that's where the communication skills, soft skills, they come in, right? And vice versa, some people they are good with soft skills but they are not technically that sound. So you need to have a combination of both. And fake resumes basically they can help you get a call, but ultimately like the interviewer is going to see right through you. It's very difficult to land a job with fake resumes. So you need to put the real world project experience that you have on your resume. You need to do those kind of projects. You need to back it up with sound technical knowledge. So whatever like skills we mentioned during this, so you should be able to have good conceptual knowledge on those skills, and yeah, soft skills as I mentioned. So it's a complete package. If you have all of those, you should be able to find a job ethically. Yeah,
Makes sense. And by the
yeah.
way, guys, when Archit is saying soft skills, we already have Michelle here on the call,
Mm.
and she takes care of your soft skills. Archit takes care of your technical skills. I'm
Ye-
just giving that.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a career coach. We have a whole career services team that will be like helping out the students. So yeah, that's great. I'll be taking care of the technical side of things, and yeah, so yeah, we want both technical and career part to be strong so that candidate is successful in his interviews.
Michelle, sorry, Archit, Michelle, not yet, my bad. Archit, why do you think that soft skills are so much important?
Yeah, I think like it's very important that like when a candidate goes to the interviews, he is able to make proper eye contact. He has kind of a smile on his face while giving the answers. He can chit chat a bit here and there about with the interviewer also, like about maybe random things like sports or like that kind of thing, just to like for an icebreaker. uh, he should be like be culturally aware of like what's going on in the US, because like it's pretty different from back in India or like from any other country. So yeah, it's very important that like you have this kind of a knowledge under your belt so that you can perform well in the interviews. It's not only about having technical knowledge. If you're not able to present that technical knowledge correctly, then what's the use of having that knowledge, right? So yeah, you should be able to communicate effectively in an interview to secure the job. So that's why like soft skills are pretty important. Even like small things like how you write an email and communicate with your recruiter or like with the hiring manager, if you want to maybe reschedule your interview, or if you want to like negotiate on your salary or these kind of things, or yeah, so there could be a number of situations. So all these kind of things, they matter a lot and they come under soft skills. So yeah, it's quite important to be presentable and yeah, communicate effectively, I would say.
Makes sense. And Archit,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. As I have heard this from some IT guy only,
Mm,
that he has told me that technical skills are only necessary. I won't say are only necessary, but
mm.
to have you till the interview part. Once you are hired, your soft skills is 70%, and maybe your technical skills are 30%. So how true this is, do you think?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I believe that is true because uh, like you know that like you're technically sound and that is why you have been selected. But like to survive daily in the job role, like you need to have soft skills, because like you'll be communicating with a lot of people, right? You'll be working in cross-functional teams. You'll maybe like if you're client facing, or maybe even like in the daily meetings, or like if you're, so you need to have those soft skills to navigate the daily challenges. So if you're not able to do that, then like it's quite difficult to keep the job. So not like you can't just be all technical and no soft skills and all of that stuff. So that part is pretty important.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's move on to one more question that I have regarding this
Mm.
actually is what should they do to find a job ethically? Like, what do you think should be their main focus as an international student? I mean,
Yeah.
how to find a job ethically in all this environment of fake resumes and consultancies and all that?
Yeah, first of all, like uh, you need to have like uh, honest resumes, and by that I mean that like whatever project experience you have, whatever education, whatever work experience that you have, you should put that there. Like even I know that like even for entry level job these days they are asking like for 3 years worth of work experience, but like you can always be well prepared and like find an on campus job, or kind of find jobs related to like the field that you want to get a full-time job into. By that I mean that like maybe become a teaching assistant, or maybe become a research assistant, or like do internships in that field, because internships, they don't require a lot of work experience, right? So you should do all that kind of stuff. If you're not able to do that, then you can work on capstone projects. uh, like Kaggle has a lot of data sets available from different industries: healthcare industry, pharmaceutical industry, finance industry, travel industry. So just like pick a data set from there, perform your data analysis on that, uh, like have your take on that data set. Yeah, create a GitHub profile, upload your projects out there, make a portfolio that is marketable, that is uh, that will stand out in front of the employers, right? So have a README file. So you can do all these kind of things to like land yourself a job. Uh, like with Elevate Me, I know that like we are having a real world live project simulation, so it's very hard to kind of get that anywhere else. But yeah, like that can be a great add-on onto your resume and would help you get a job. So I think these are the things that you can do to get a job ethically. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
makes sense. So,
Mm.
uh, why do you think that this is necessary? I mean, I can just go out and join a consultancy, have 7, 10 years of experience, and just find a contract job. Like, why to do all this hard work? Like, what do you have to say on that?
Basically, like if you go into a consultancy, like there are sometimes income share agreements which might not be favorable for you, and you're kind of like lifelong bound with them in terms of your H1B and visa process also. So I would kind of like avoid that, uh, because like ultimately your aim is not only to get a job, but also to live with kind of respect and live the American dream, right? If you're with consultancies and that kind of thing, you'll always be under stress. Like what would happen with your H1B visa or that kind of stuff. So yeah, you'll constantly be looking over your shoulder. You don't want to have a stressful life in the US, right? So you want to enjoy yourself. Uh, you've put in such hard work, you've spent the money, so you definitely want something out of it. So yeah, that's my take. That's why it's very important to like land a job ethically and do the hard work initially, so that like you can later on reap the fruits.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I have two friends actually. I don't want to name
Mm-hmm.
them, but I have two friends. Let's just call them A and B.
Mm-hmm.
One guy, actually, we all graduated together, but
Mm.
all three of us were from different colleges, right? In India, we were
Okay.
together,
Mm-hmm.
and friend A actually just studied himself within like 2 weeks of graduation. He actually got a job as a software developer in Java,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
he found a job by himself. And at that time, he was only getting paid $55,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, coming out as a student and making 55,000 was a huge deal, right? For
Definitely.
at that
Yeah.
time. And the
Yeah.
friend B, he was not so serious. He joined a consultancy,
Mm.
and he was making, actually, his resume was out of nowhere. They made it of 7, 8 years, and he got as
Yeah.
a senior software tester as a QA
Okay.
in 7, 8
Yeah.
years, and he got a job in Universal where the pay
Mm.
was $40. So he was only making $40, but consultancy was charging Universal $90 because
Mm.
they have showed 7, 8 years of experience. So their
Yeah.
consultancy was making more money than the
Than the
student.
candidate.
But the
Yeah.
student is happy because he is now making $80,000. Now coming out of
Yeah.
college and seeing the other friends making 50, $60,000 and you're making $80,000
Yeah.
sounded like very big. But the
Yeah.
funny part is that friend A, who started as a Java developer, as in say a
Yeah.
software developer, with $55,000, he is now making over $300,000. And my
Mm.
friend who joined consultancy was making 80,000. He's still right now more or less making the
Yeah,
same
same.
amount of money.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
he got stuck. And in
yeah,
this day
yeah.
and age with family, kids and everything,
Definitely.
any
Yeah.
90, 80
If you
is
see,
minimum, right? Bare minimum.
yeah, inflation like has gone like a lot higher than like what it was in 2015 and like in terms of now. So yeah, if he's making the kind of same amount, so that's not good. And yeah, like that's why I say that like consultancies are a big no-no. Yeah, you should like it's not like you shouldn't take the easy way out. It might seem easier at first that like getting a job through consultancy and like just extending your clock, but that's not the right way. Later on, like there are consequences to be faced. So yeah.
Definitely. All right. So we have still quite a bit of questions to go through. So let's start taking them one by one. So
Okay.
do you I want to come through technology, right? And
Mm-hmm.
who better than you to ask this question?
Mm.
So, do you think data analytics will become obsolete like God of business with this all AI and ChatGPT, everything kicking in?
Yeah, no, I don't think like AI would eliminate data analytics. At most, like what would happen is the employers would become more like they would have stricter criterias in employing the candidates because like they would be seeking more conceptually sound candidates actually. So data because like data is still a highly technical discipline and it requires the statistical knowledge as well as the knowledge of like data modeling, feature engineering, that kind of stuff. And like with AI, you can't do much of that stuff, right? So you would still require human intervention, but you would require candidates who are like at the prime of their skills. So it's not because these days in the market there are quite a lot of wannabe data analysts because like data is in each and every field. So like there are a lot of people who want to be data analysts, but they are not having the right kind of skills, right? That's why there is a gap in supply and demand. So I don't think like DA jobs will be obsolete. I think yeah, they are here to stay if like you can analyze the data pretty well, if you can have your if you can provide insights and recommendations to the management, then like your job is here to stay. Yeah, I would say that.
Makes sense. And use AI instead of competing with it,
Sure,
using
sure. Yeah,
your
use it to
own.
your benefit. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, based upon that, I have one more question. That is like, do
Mm-hmm.
you ever think that there would ever be a period? Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's say I have maybe a few $100,000. I want
Mm-hmm.
to go and open a chain of restaurants in, let's say, Los Angeles. So
Okay.
would I be ever able to like just type it in AI and just find out like, okay, what's the best selling food and what's the income source and all that data? Like, can I just go, is there any technology outside right now where I can find all that data and like sync it?
Uh,
And will
no,
that be?
no, not really. Like that would be a very big task to accomplish for an AI.
Mhm.
Of course, like AI has the potential to automate various tasks. Like it can lead to increased efficiency and cost savings for a business, but like it cannot like if you want to open up restaurants, it can't like give you the foolproof plan and do everything for you. Like it requires human intervention at some point of time. So but like there are a lot of jobs which can like potentially be replaced. Like we are seeing these days also like AI has replaced a lot of human jobs, right? uh, and it's leading to job losses, increased economic inequalities and all of that stuff. So but yeah, I think like we still have about I think 2-3 decades to go where AI can be so sophisticated that it can do all of that kind of stuff.
Makes sense. But so can you give
Yeah.
give me example of some jobs that you think they would go to AI instead of humans?
Uh, yeah, definitely. Like, I think jobs like uh, coders and like software programming and that kind of jobs, they are already being replaced, because like you don't have to do much, right? With even with chat gpt these days, like you can write quite a lot of code. So specifically like software developers, software programmers, these kind of job roles are in a bit of danger. They are getting replaced by AI. So yeah, but like data analyst jobs and machine learning jobs, AI jobs, they are safe for now, because like you need experts who will develop that kind of technology that can replace these type of jobs. So yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm.
All right. So let's we only have maybe less than 20 minutes left, and we have couple of, I mean, so many questions to attend for the
Mm.
Elevate Me. So let's jump on to Elevate Me.
Okay.
So can you tell me, as a technical mentor, how would you
Mm.
help the students who is joining Elevate Me and hoping to find a job? um, how would you personally help them? Like, how would you help them to overcome all the challenges that we have discussed? It's
Sure.
visa challenge, then they have like only 90 days to find a job.
Yeah.
They have no
Yeah.
experience. They are not
Yeah.
technically sound, soft skills are poor. So, how can you actually help them to overcome all these challenges?
Sure, sure, definitely. Yeah, so like there are three areas when in which I'll be able to help the students. One is like providing technical guidance. So I'll be providing my insights and feedback on the projects, on the code that, on the approach that students are basically using to solve challenges, right? So like in the real world project, like whenever they are making submission, so whatever code they are writing, whatever observations they are making, whatever reports they are writing, so I'll be sharing my personalized feedback and insights based on each and every student. So yeah, that is one area where I can help them. I'll be sharing best practices and industry standards with them from my real world experience that I have. So I can share those experiences with them. So that's another way in which I'll be helping the students. Second is skill development. So through our program, like we are helping students enhance problem solving and analytical skills, right? So we'll be focusing on that. I'll be helping them develop a github portfolio which they can showcase to their future employers. I'd be offering them resources and tutorials to deepen their conceptual understanding about concepts that are quite important in interviews. So that is another area. The third thing is interview preparation. So, like, I'll be assisting with mock interviews and helping the candidates prepare for different types of rounds that can occur in getting a data analyst or a machine learning job role. So, I'll be sharing with them tips on how you can showcase your project experience, or like how you can answer the questions uh, to like get successful or like to succeed in that interview. So yeah, these are the ways in which I'll be helping the candidates. Yeah.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Mm.
So, based upon everything on you know everything about Elevate Me, right?
Mm.
Why do you think it's very necessary for students to uh, join Elevate Me?
Yeah, I think it's very important because like we are helping students see that what are the challenges that lie in front of them, what are the challenges that lie in finding the job, and we are also providing them with an end-to-end solution in the form of a complete training of the technical real-world experience as well as the career services, and that will help them market their profile to potential employers. So yeah, it's very important that students see the value in that. Uh, because we'll also be able, as you mentioned, that there are visa challenges and that kind of stuff also. So we'll be helping navigate students through all of that. And basically, like, since we are providing them with technical and career services, so yeah, that should prepare them to market their profile in front of the employers. And the main thing is that, like, we are solely focused on the international students. So our focus is not like all of the students, but just international students, so we understand their specific challenges, their specific needs. We kind of know what backgrounds they come from, so we'll be able to help them in a much better way.
Mm.
So that's why it's important for them to join Elevate Me. Yeah.
Yeah, very well put, Archit. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for answering that question.
Hmm.
So, based upon what you said, I have one more add-on question on that. So,
Sure.
uh, what kind of real-time project exactly? Let's say I'm a student, I join you.
Hmm.
What would be my first day look like? Like, what kind of real-time project would it be like? How would you assign me? What would you exactly tell me? Like, what I have to do on it and how to present it to you? So, what it would look like?
Sure, sure. Yeah. So basically, like, the real world project is basically a simulation for a company called as East Coast Entertainment. So basically, this company is a full service entertainment agency, and it excels in facilitating bookings for like festivals, corporate events, private functions, all of that on a global scale. And this company is basically tasked with developing key sales and statistics, analytical insights to empower the board to make informed business decisions, right? So they want to basically evaluate, like, what will be an agent performance. They want to assess the company revenue. They want to make do some forecasting on, like, what would be the future business trends and opportunities. So that is the real time project that students will be working on. And the task distribution will be, so basically, like, we'll be following the complete data analytics uh, uh, process life cycle basically. So in that, like, we'll be starting by doing data gathering, data cleaning, preparing the data, modeling the data, and once we model the data, at the end we'll be visualizing, making Tableau dashboards, Power BI dashboards, and doing documentation in form of reports. So these are some of the very high level tasks that I have listed, because this project would be encompassing both data analytics and machine learning. It would be requiring the skills of, like, Python, SQL, Tableau, or Power BI. So yeah, multiple skills are gonna go in this project, and task distribution is gonna happen based on each person's individual capability, and like how we think it's best suitable to distribute the workload. So yeah, first of all, it would be like, we would be, since this would be a simulation and we are taking a snapshot of the live project, so we would be transferring the knowledge to the students that would occur. And then once the students are familiar with what they have to do in the project, what's the ultimate aim of the project, so then we'll be assigning them with different tasks and having those daily meetings. uh, yeah, and checking on them that if they are working in the right direction or not towards completing the project.
Got it. Thank you so much, Archit, for answering that question. I hope
Sure.
the students understood that. Um,
Yeah.
so, can you quickly tell me? We will take 5 more minutes for everyone, and
Okay.
can you quickly tell me why that real-time project is so important? Like both ways, on your
Yeah.
resume and for learning.
Yeah, sure. I'll answer why it's important for learning first, because, like, it will help you transition into your actual job role quite smoothly, because you will be experiencing and facing what happens in a real job through this real time project. It would be the same kind of scenario. Like, you'll be working in a team. You will be collaborating with your team members. So yeah, like you would be having constant communication and daily stand-ups, and you would be getting a experience of what it looks like to execute a project in the real world. So yeah, it will help you in a smooth transition, and you won't feel like you're doing something new when you get to your actual job role. It's also important that you have it on your resume, because no other boot camp or no other uh, university or anyone else is kind of offering this service. Okay, we are in a unique position to offer this kind of real-time simulation project. So yeah, it will like make your resume stand out from the rest of the crowd. So it's very important to have that on the resume. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah.
So, Archit, based upon what you said, I have a final question. Like,
Mm,
I, let's say I have a resume and I
mm,
see someone has worked on maybe a couple of 100 hours on a
mm,
real-time project.
yeah.
Why do you, as let's say I'm a hiring manager, okay?
Mm,
Why would I want to interview that student? And why do you think that that student would stand out compared to other students in front
mm.
of my eyes and I would invite him or her for the interview?
Sure, yeah, because why you would be invited is because, like, first of all, you've worked in similar kind of environment and like compared to what you would do on your actual job. That is one thing. Second thing is that in this real world project, you will be using multiple skills, right? So that's what happens in an actual project also in the real world. You're not like focused on using a single skill to complete a project. You are always using multiple skills to do the work. So that is what you are getting with this real time live project. The third thing is that, like, it's not just about having that experience on the resume. It's also about, like, when once you get the call, like how you would be answering questions related to that, and yeah, how technically sound you are, and like that's where we would be helping you to, like, clear those kind of interviews, making you strong, because, like, I'll be helping you with the technical mock interviews. So yeah, like, you'll be quite proficient in answering any conceptual questions or any project related questions that come your way. So yeah, that's what will help you ultimately, like, secure a job.
Mm,
That's what I
that
feel.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for first of all to Archit. Again, I would repeat, he was on his way to Chicago, and I didn't realize, and he had to stop somewhere in
That's
Indiana,
totally okay. Yeah,
and
not a big
he
deal.
yeah, but thank you so much, Archit, for doing
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
Michelle, we didn't invite you due to lack of time, but next week we will do it with Michelle. Today, guys, everyone learned the importance of the technical and getting real-time experience on your resume, not faking anything on your resume. I mean, being truthful to yourself and just working hard and actually learning the technologies and then climbing ladder instead of directly trying to jump on the top. So Archit highlighted everything that we needed to know about technical side. And next week, like I said, technical is more important pre-hire. Post-hire, soft skills are equally, if not more important than technical side. So we would learn why is that and how can you overcome all those soft skill challenges. Even though you're very sound in technical, you might be lacking in soft skills, and we would know better on this next week when Michelle will be here. Michelle will be answering all that questions and explaining how to achieve that soft skills. Until then, guys, thank you everyone for joining. um, Today we don't have any background, but usually we put our background on website and phone number. But our phone number is 614-965-8005. Again, it's 614-965-8005. Our website is elevateme.pro. It's ElevateMe.pro. And our website is, our email is info@elevateme.pro. So guys, if you have any question, or if you want to enroll, or you want to talk to someone from our company, you can always call us on the number that I provided, or the website, and there would be the phone number. It will be right in the bottom of the website. So guys, thank you so much, everyone. Again, guys, happy Independence Day. Enjoy your long weekend, and we will see you next week on the Friday at the same day, same place, same time, and on the same line. Until then, guys, enjoy your weekend, and Archit, happy journey to you.
Yeah, thanks
Right.
a lot, Rajat. It was
And
nice interacting with you. Yeah,
same
take
here,
care.
Archit. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.